Hello guys, today I'm going to make a comparison, and it's a pretty interesting comparison. I don't know what you think. Have you guys heard of the Melania tape? She was taped, so one of her friends was taping her, recording her, while she was um, having a conversation, and they were talking about the children of the border, how nefarious is that idea that the separation of the children at the border, and and we all know who's the culprit of the whole situation is Donald Trump. He was behind separating those children at the border. During the Obama administration, there was no such things in that intensity. It wasn't that intense, and no kids died, so they were more careful. But so I want you guys to listen to the tape, because I feel like there's some sort of a correlation between all those rich elite women. I don't hate the elite, by the way, but it's weird. You look at Ghislaine Maxwell. She was a nefarious woman, and she acted like she was a good person. I'm gonna have another video on that. Maybe I might have another video. You heard of Ghislaine Maxwell? She was doing some work for the ocean, for the bottom of the water, for the ocean. I forgot the project, and then she was acting like she cared about the environment. But now we find out that she's a child molester. But now, I'm not saying the same thing about Melania, but let's listen to the tape, and I want to discuss what I think about Melania, comparing Melania to Ghislaine Maxwell. Anyway, they knew each other, Melania and Ghislaine Maxwell. Alright, guys, see you.
And senior advisor in the summer of 2018. Now, this woman, Stephanie Winston Wolkoff, later published a book about her relationship with Melania Trump and ensured that people could listen to their conversations that she secretly recorded. So I want to be clear that she's not a good guy. There are no winners in this story, only terrible people and losers. And what you're about to hear is Melania Trump in the summer of 2018 discussing Christmas and immigrant children at the border. Watch.
They say I'm complicit. I'm the same like him. I support him. I don't say enough. I don't do enough.
No.
Where I am, I'm working like a ass.
I know.
Christmas stuff that, who gives a about Christmas stuff and decoration, but I need to do it, right?
Yeah, but correct, 100%. You have no choice.
And then I do it, and I say that I'm working on Christmas, planning for the Christmas, and they said, oh, what about the children that they were separated? Give me a break. Where they were saying anything when Obama did that?
I know.
I cannot go. I was trying to get the kid reunited with the mom. I didn't have a chance. Needs to go through the process and through the law.
But here's my thing. Hear what you just said. But instead of that, your messaging, you were so loved.
They would not do the story. We put it out. They would not do the story. They would not believe it. They would not do the story because they would not do the story because they are against us, because they're liberal media. Yeah, if I go to Fox, they will do the story. I don't want to go to Fox.
Wow, a lot to unpack there. For me personally, listening to that was an emotional roller coaster because it started off pretty good, actually. It started off with me really agreeing with what she was saying. People love Christmas. I don't take that away from them. But I do think that it's pretty gross that, the First Lady always has to do these annoying, holiday decorations and, the Rose Garden, is it remodeling? I don't know what you do with a garden. Re-landscaping. If the First Lady wants to do it, cool. But I think it's super annoying that it's just assumed that the First Lady is gonna come in and do the holiday decorations and all the womanly things. I would lose my mind if I was supposed to do decorations for any holiday, and that was the role that I had to play. I had no choice. But then she gets into all the gross stuff regarding immigrant children, and I want to debunk what she had to say there. But before I do, Ben, why don't you jump in?
You could tell that there was something to Melania in terms of her being able to just be with somebody like Donald Trump, and we can clearly see the type of monster that Donald Trump is. I almost said was. He is a monster. But to hear that second part, because I agree with you, and I hadn't taken that into context about her being forced as a first lady to do that. I agree with you 100%. But the second half really shows the viciousness of her character.
Yes. And I remember when she had gone to visit the border, and she was wearing that outfit that said, I really don't care, do you? And I was like, I mean, was that intentional? I don't know why I felt the need to give her the benefit of the doubt. I just felt like people were too quick to assume that that message was specifically to people who were concerned about migrant children. But now I'm pretty sure that there was some intention there. But nonetheless, even if there wasn't, that's not the heart of the issue here. The heart of the issue is how she wanted to use that visit as nothing more than a photo op. And she's angry that the story that she did specifically for positive PR didn't get picked up by the mainstream media, which, to be fair, does like to serve as stenographers and PR agents for people in positions of power. And so apparently she's not a big fan of Fox. She didn't care if Fox was willing to cover it. But let's also talk about what she had to say about, give me an effing break. Obama did it. Except no, that's not true, and you have to really contextualize what happened under the Obama administration. I'm not giving him brownie points for his immigration policy. He did deport a lot of people. There's no question about that. But when it comes to separating children from their parents, what's the truth? Did Obama do that, and was it as widespread as what we've experienced under the Trump administration? Under former President Barack Obama, children were separated from parents only when authorities had concerns for their well-being or could not confirm the adult was in fact their legal guardian, but not as a blanket policy as was done under Trump, until a judge forced the administration to stop. So we all remember that. The judge was like, what are you doing? You need to reunite these kids. And the administration was so incompetent and so callous and careless that they did not even keep documentation of which parents children belonged to, and had a difficult time reuniting these kids with their parents. Okay, that's what happened under Trump. Let me give you more. The U.S. actually held a record number of migrant children, immigrant children, in detention centers in 2019. That's according to a report by the Associated Press. So there you have it. There's the headline if you want to read that report for yourselves. To give you specific numbers, 69,550 migrant children were held in the U.S. government custody over the past year. So that was in 2019. Enough infants, toddlers, kids, and teens to overflow the typical NFL stadium. That's more children detained away from their parents than any other country, according to United Nations researchers. And it's happening even though the U.S. government has acknowledged that being held in detention can be traumatic for children, putting them at risk of long-term physical and emotional damage. And by the way, I should note that six immigrant kids have died under Border Patrol custody. Okay, you want to know how many kids died under Border Patrol custody during the Obama administration? Zero kids died. That's relevant when I go to other comments made by Melania. But let's listen to the next tape.
So, so you see, Melania is desperately trying to lie about Obama. That Obama did the same thing. He messed up too. And what really got me angry about Melania is a very mysterious being in the White House. She's kind of like a Ghislaine Maxwell, very mysterious. Like it's kind of like it's similar in a way. You don't know how nefarious those people were. Many people say that Ghislaine Maxwell was a victim of Jeffrey Epstein. Now, is Melania a victim of Donald Trump? I have a belief that a little bit is. Like, because I don't think Melania wanted to be first lady. I think Melania, to me, when I look at Melania, I want to be honest to you, she just want to be a rich girl married to a trophy wife, married to a rich man in Manhattan, that lives in Manhattan, and that doesn't do anything. that doesn't have no agenda, that doesn't give money to anything, that have no ambition, nothing. Look at Melania when she really became president, vice president. I mean, first lady. Sorry. You can see that she doesn't appear a lot in the press. Why? Because she doesn't care. That's not her thing. You know, she just want to stay home and just stay in New York and be a rich woman. There are women like that, and we gotta understand that. That's not her thing. So when she put that jacket, I really don't care. Do you? Yes, she really doesn't care about those kids. She cares about Melania. So Melania has a little bit of Trump in her, but I don't think she's as evil as Trump. Like, you know, yeah, she's just. But I don't know what to tell you. I think she's very selfish. I think she's a very selfish person. And when she went into the border, she wanted a PR thing so that the news would talk about her. It wasn't really about the kid. It was you talking about her, saying great things about her. So everything comes back to her, and she really doesn't care what happened to those kids. She didn't really pay attention to those kids. So it's the way it is for her. But I kind of feel a little bit. I have a soft spot for Melania. The reason why is this. When you see Melania walking with Donald Trump, oh, the face that she has, she never smiles. She pushes his hand away. And here she's told you that she doesn't like Fox News. So that tells you a little bit about Melania. We don't really know who those women are. We don't really know her views. I don't know if she's fully in with the Republicans also. I really don't think so. But she calls out the liberal media because liberal media is very hardcore against Trump. And you know, that's the way it is, guys. So let's look at more, and then you guys let me know. Actually, you know what, guys, I decided to stop the video here. I'm gonna you can please subscribe to the channel. I have another video that's gonna be the rest. I'm gonna do the rest of this video because I like short clip of 10-11 minutes, and then you want to follow the rest, just go watch the other video. It's gonna be part 2. Thank you.